Okay, let's go to the gym. I would like to, is anyone out and about, by the way? Because I would like to talk to y'all. Your favorite / least favorite girl is back in the house. She's back in the building. Hello. The light of y'all's life have appeared from the trash. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brooklynrayne and you are watching Brooklynrayne Gaming. Today we are starting the final chapter of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We have come so far. We've gone through so much and we're finally in the last chapter. So let's get right into the game. We are in the game. Oh, it's me and Hifumi. Is that a bad omen? I mean, he's dead already, but it's not what you want to see when you open the game up. You don't want to see his face, not gonna lie. All of these saves, and the last save was the end of chapter 5. So let's get right into it. Okay, we are in the ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people who put this killing game and began, the same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Chapter 6. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out if the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Just like click on the door now. It's still locked. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. What do you mean we have a way? This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Yeah. This is a rocket in a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Okay, maybe I should click on Kyoko. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Oh yeah, the key. Do you still have that on you? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
So go open that one. I don't know why you didn't walk there immediately. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? So please open. Open, please. Hey Kyoko, we can use the key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then we're out of here. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. We out of here. Finally. We were finally free. Probably smell crazy though. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Look at us. Gosh darn, Byakuya is still alive. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Gosh darn, Byakuya is still alive. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. There we go. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, I wanted to ask you something. You said you're the ultimate detective. I'm so smart. Hello. Totally predicted that. So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride. A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made the conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed. We do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains it. Before I came here, When was looking up info about the school online. When I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh?
I...
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something that a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would have never had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
but there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it's a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl who was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need to get him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. I need more people to understand that. Because people, they let their family dog them out so bad just because they're family. It's very easy for me to cut people off. I don't know what it is, you know. I have no problem with it. I don't talk to most of my family now. And it is very peaceful. Very peaceful. Just saying. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
The other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. Let's hope there's not a lock on top of that latch, because then we're screwed. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Oh yeah, I remember, yeah. I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out, but wasn't that latch always locked? I unlocked it earlier so it should open without much trouble. Okay, thank you. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand right up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened up with ease, and so... We're back! We're back! Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back at Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of here without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Okay, let's click on hold. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was? Right. If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it will be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay, let's go to the gym. I would like to, is anyone out and about, by the way? Because I would like to talk to y'all. Your favorite / least favorite girl is back in the house. She's back in the building. Hello. The light of y'all's life have appeared from the trash. Have escaped the trash. Hello. Where is everybody? I want to hear them be sad about me. It's nighttime though. They're probably in bed by now. Is there a clock in here? Because I would like to click. I feel like I walked past all clocks. Let's go in. Monokuma. Hello?
Well now.
Hey, Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Monokuma's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? Are you kidding me? You're not happy to see me? You literally drew fan art of me on the 5th floor and you're not happy to see me? That's just offensive. There's multiple fan arts of me around the school, by the way. After I saw the one with my name written on it, I've seen multiple other with that same exact character. I just didn't know it was supposed to be me. That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? We didn't break any rules. You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko.
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. Thanks, Kyoko. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's really nice of you to say in this moment. To tell him to decapitate me. That makes perfect sense. I feel like she's saying that to call his bluff, by the way. I don't think, according to the rules, we can't be punished twice. Like, technically I was punished. You dropped me like 40 feet. Well, it wasn't even 40 feet. It was way longer than 40 feet. He dropped me really far into the ground. Just saying. On my neck. I landed on my neck. Just saying. That desk was upside down. What?
However.
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as a blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
You'd reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made that choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. I think so, yeah, as well, yeah. And I refuse to take responsibility for getting Kyoko executed that one time because I was just following the laws of the class trial. Usually when I call someone out on a lie and they aren't the guilty one, then we move on and, the guilty one eventually reveals itself. That last trial was bizarre. A lot of things happened and a lot of things that usually happen didn't. So I was very confused. I can't be blamed. Just saying. So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the black end is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the black end is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right?
Wow.
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I can guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk to me like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. He's really mad. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to
then I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
What? So am I going to get time to investigate, or that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. So silent. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I appreciate that he doesn't do that often, I'm not gonna lie. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. Okay, I just gave you credit. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Okay.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Okay. Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. It's like he heard me or something. And he wants to upset me. The entire rest of this game, the entire other 38 hours, wait no, it's been 40 hours. The entire other 40 hours I've been playing this game, he hasn't made as many puns as he's made in this moment. Like he's made maybe 3 the entirety rest of the game. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. Oh my gosh, all the mysteries. That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify, okay, as a victory for you. You're not even a koala.
it's true.
That's what I've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. I'm done talking to you. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? and one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what? He's still doing puns. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro is a student. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students. Maybe y'all gonna figure it out for me. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? He's just laughing. I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. Makoto, why would you test him like that? You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Well, at least he's happy about something.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. He's so excited. Anakuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. So, what do we do now? Can we, if we do this and we pull this off, can we just ask him to execute Nepo Baby Supreme just cuz? Because that would bring me a lot of joy. That should have been part of our winning regulations. No matter what, Nepo Baby Supreme gotta go, you know? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. What you gotta say, girly? Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
don't thank me just yet. The real battle is ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so...
They had no choice but to accept... What, huh?
Because...
It's all because of the one moment that mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airways to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept? You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Kodo.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead of who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh.
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the
Shall we
others.
go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? I mean, okay. Let's go. So everyone can be shocked to see me. Well, I'm in the dorms. What do I do now? Hello, everybody. Your fave is here. Maybe they're in the cafeteria. Everyone loves the cafeteria. They just stand there. But it's nighttime, huh? And suddenly we were greeted with Monokuma. What the heck are you actually saying? That's not words. He's glitching. You again. He's malfunctioning. Hello. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Okay, bye. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that
Hey everybody! So happy to see me. I know. Yes, it is Makoto.
You guys!
Hey!
it is? There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Yeah, I survived a 100-foot fall onto my neck. You can't kill a baddie, I guess. It's just something about it.
Jeez, like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
This is the exact reason I'm willing to offer him up as collateral damage.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
No, hero. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. Y'all voted to kill me, by the way. I ain't forget that, but I do appreciate that y'all are happy to see me. This is the first time in the entirety of this game they have been happy to see me. After all I've done for them, this is the first time. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell? I know we smell crazy. I was in a trash room for like a day and a half.
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. Ah, it's Makoto. He smells like wet dog. You don't need to describe it. Get away, shoo. Toko, you stunk this entire time. I don't want to hear backtalk from you. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Hey, everybody. Hey, hero.
Yo.
Makoto, what's it like hanging out in the spirit world? I'm not dead. I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. The mystic? The psychic Miss Cleo? Obviously not. You know I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Of course he knows who Miss Cleo is. He's cultured. Let's talk to Kyoko.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. The last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Makuro's trial. What? Seriously? What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Hero, shut up. Actually, stop it right now. That's obviously not the case, which is why I'm alive. No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
that's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
You spotted
say?
the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial, when you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. You're always in the dark. You're always in the dark. You've yet to see the light. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? Honestly, the fact that y'all are upset about it makes me even more happy that we did it. It makes me even more happy that we did it. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever with Master. I'm sure you are, girlie. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway.
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries is a pretty tall friggin' order. Y'all are stressed out, and I already know that the two people who are the loudest about being stressed out and scared, the three people, Hiro, Hina, and Toko, they aren't gonna help with a single thing. No amount of fear in their hearts can make them use their brain. No amount of fear in their hearts can make them participate in the investigation. Nothing can. And I doubt this time is going to be any different, let's be honest. They're going to do absolutely nothing. It's going to be me, Kyoko, and Byakuya just like normal. Me being forced to talk to Nepo Baby Supreme, Kyoko carrying the investigation because I'm ditzy and just follow her lead. So let's be honest. And by I mean Makoto. Okay? So, there you go. I'm gonna need to stop hearing y'all's complaints. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first, until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. So you're telling me one of them, besides Sakura, is helping as well?
See.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game. Then the mastermind is one of us. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning, and in Mukuro, add in Mukuro, and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
Of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. My money's on Miss Serial Killer over there, who wants to stay with Nepo Baby Supreme forever so bad. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be in a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was a mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But do you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. Monokuma responds to us. In that case, there's no way he could have all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong, bing bong. It must be... It's 10 o'clock, isn't it? We don't have time to go to bed.
This is a school announcement.
Uh-huh.
You've all probably figured this out by now.
He's going
but
off script. It stresses me out when he goes off script.
At this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Are you sure?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Every room? Oh my gosh, I'm about to be walking forever.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
He is so tickled. Oh, very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms. The sun is coming directly into my windows right now, I just saw. And to block a light, I put a blanket behind the curtains so I don't disappear from being backlit, but it kind of looks like I'm in heaven right now. Like, it's so golden right now because my curtains are like ivory, but that's fun. It was just distracting me. That's my bad.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of
At
my
this point,
family.
I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Nepo Baby Supreme left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? Please take me with you. Please.
Indeed.
That's right. Oh, I'm feeling rejection. That's what this feels like. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If she's going off by herself, I'm going off by myself. I refuse to be drugged down by you two. But maybe y'all two should work together. Y'all together might have the brain power of at least an 8-year-old. I feel like that's pretty good.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. He's rejecting me? Insane.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. You do that. We've had 2.5 or so weeks up in here, but you know, now he's gonna be able to tap in. Okay, bye, Hero. Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall. Aww. Everyone's really... Did someone just walk by my window? Or am I tripping? Did I just make that up? I swear I felt like I saw something. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? Oh my gosh. I feel like I saw it again. Is that a delivery man? I'm scared. Oh, someone just came in. It's one of my family members. I swear, because I can see, like, I have a mirror next to the camera, so as like a faux viewfinder, so I know if I look crazy, and I was just seeing someone walk behind me. Very alarming. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know, but up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. Oh my goodness. Self-reflection. I'm actually super proud of you, Hina, the fact that you realize that, because you've done absolutely nothing every day since you've been here, and I just really appreciate you for realizing that. That's like, I'm speaking genuinely from my heart right now. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Why am I lying? Why am I actually lying? If she hadn't been here, if she hadn't been here during Sakura's trial, we all would have had a better chance of living. She literally tried to kill everybody on purpose. Are we forgetting that fact? Like, hello? Her entire experience here has been a net negative. Let her change her ways. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. I cannot think of one instance where she saved me in any way, shape, or form. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. Yeah, thank you. Don't listen to what he's saying, because he's lying.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Okay, so now that the Tweedledee and Tweedledum are occupied, we need to start investigating. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Oh, I thought you walked away. I didn't know you were still standing there after you said you weren't gonna hang out with me. So, you got anything you want to say? So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as a splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth, by any means necessary. And with that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. And I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigation time! I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was uncovered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we found out who killed Mikuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Should I take a picture of this? Maybe I should take a picture of this, just so I don't forget, because I will forget. Okay, picture taken. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before, that should be open now, right? I never even saw what they were talking about right there, by the way. After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Picture taken. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Wait a minute now. Truth bullets, places to check. Oh my gosh, I didn't need to take pictures. Waste of my time. I mean, I wasted my own time on my own volition that time, but just know that it was still a waste of my time. Okay, let's go. Okay, so 4th, 5th, 2nd. So we're gonna go from the 2nd floor to the 4th floor to the 5th floor. Okay, to the 2nd floor. Yes. Okay, let's go. All right, let's see. 2nd floor, 2nd floor. Oh my goodness. Let me up. This is one of the first times everyone has just been moving freely all throughout the night. I think the first time was because of dismantling Monokuma, even though it wasn't everyone because I was asleep in my room, so it wasn't everyone. This is the first time literally everybody has just been moving around during night. Okay, 2nd floor dorms. Now, I never ran into these, not one time. So, I gotta find them. Because they were talking about them or whatever, but I never ran into them. Okay, floor 2. What are y'all talking about 2nd floor dorms? Oh, there's chairs all lined up. Why did I never notice that? There's a library. I don't see any dorms. Am I stupid? Let me pull up the map. There's the pool, changing rooms, bathroom, classroom, library. Okay. I don't see any 2nd floor, like, dorms. Places to check. 2nd floor of the dormitory area. Oh, I need to look for a 2nd floor where the dorms are. Okay, that's my bad. That's my bad. I never saw that either, to be fair. So let's head right on back to the dorms. We're walking with purpose. Okay, now I gotta look for a 2nd floor here. 2nd floor of dorm area. Okay. Oh my gosh. I think I completely blocked this out of my sight. Like, I just ruled this off as like a wall in my eyes next to the warehouse. Like, this didn't register to me at all. Let's go on up. The gate's open. We can finally check the 2nd floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Okay, why is it all torn up? This is the 2nd floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Oh no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Which is, why am I so short all of a sudden? I'm like 2 feet tall. Look at me next to the... Am I crouched? What's going on? Why am I so short all of a sudden? Am I crawling? Look at me next to this piece of rubble. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. There's really old blood right here. Why am I so short all of a sudden? This door it's clickable. Okay, let's go in here then. I don't know why I'm so short all of a sudden. Like, I know I'm 5'3", but that's taller than me in real life. Oh, their dorms look pretty much exactly like ours, but torn up. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I mean, the bed is the nicest thing up in here. I have 400 coins. I'm so rich. Okay, the bathroom. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and completely closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay, well, I'm gonna head on out. I don't know why you made this room enterable. Yes, maybe just so I can see what the rooms look like. I don't know. Okay, let's go. Here's a bathroom. Should I click on the bathroom? Oh, the bathroom is super nice and clean and nice. Even the mirror is functioning, y'all. This is luxury. There's nothing clickable in here though, but the bathroom is top tier. Way nicer than ours. Ours are really clean and stuff, but they're not nice like this, you know? All right, what's this? Elephant in a locker. Babe, that's a giraffe. We can't be smart all the times. Sometimes whenever I see an animal, I just say whatever first animal comes to mind instead of what the animal actually is. It's an issue. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh my gosh. There's metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then it worked? No luck. Oh, never mind. Maybe the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Fine. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to try bothering. I mean, I can see into the locker. Just look. Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll just head out then. I'll leave. Bye-bye, giraffe. Okay, let's see. This is the last room I can get to. That's a very interesting door design. Ooh, it's nice up in here. I want to live up in here. This would be the headmaster's room. I wish I got this room. This doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Girlie, announce yourself. Why did you not pop up? What if that would have scared me? Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Okay, let me click on everything. Ooh, a secret door. Okay, we're gonna click on that and then Kyoko. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some research files left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The Ultimate Despair isn't the only one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They were the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Phew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands
Correct.
on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. Yeah, I'm very optimistic. The Ultimate Despair has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Okay, I need to turn the camera a lot. Why is everything like all locked up and so close together? Okay, thank you. I clicked that on accident, okay? Gosh darn it, like everything, these stupid things are so close together, I can't click them. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Why wouldn't a student use a leather chair? I'm confused. Okay, let's click on the secret door before we click on Kyoko. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is that some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
so...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean? You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Let's get in then. How do you open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. Well, if this was your daddy's room, maybe the password is your name. If he cared that much. I choked. I just violently choked on a swallow of tea. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork and file on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if I want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko would have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. I'm telling you, it might be her name, or her birthday, or something, like something related to her. For example, what about your name? I'm so smart. If this opens it up, I'm so smart, because that's the first thing I thought of. Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. I shall try it then. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. Come on. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. You see, I wouldn't have thought to type her full name. If it's her full name, I would have just been foolish. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, it was right. I'm really using my brain nowadays. Who said college didn't mean nothing? Wow, the sound doesn't stop no matter how long I sit here. It has opened. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
why?
I don't know. Maybe no one knew he had a kid, so it was like the perfect password. I don't know. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. I think it hurt her more that she was the password. Kyoko? Now I can't even click on her. I should have clicked on her first. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not have even been in the room. Oh my gosh, it's a picture of you and him when you were a baby. Oh, a smaller baby. You're still kind of a baby. A gift? A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. After that body exploded, I'm scared to touch anything around here. Okay, look at the picture, so cute. I better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Aw, why? There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. If we open it, I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, if we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? It's gonna be a body part? Are you saying it'll be something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. What is it? Step by step. Step by heavy step, I approach the box. Wow, you're really dragging this out? Just open it. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. I slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Why did I scream? Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. It is a body. It is body parts. It's bones. It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? I think that's her daddy, maybe. Just as I thought. What? Can I click now? Or do you want me to talk to Kyoko first? Kyoko said, just as I thought. Oh my gosh, can I look around before I get to the story? Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there are bones in there, human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Yeah, that's her daddy. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. According to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. Oh yeah, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only person to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. So yeah, he didn't take a step in here. So Alter Ego said he was in here. Monokuma said no one has taken a step in here other than us students, which means that if he's in here dead. Understood. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. Now I could have just let her say it. That's my bad. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, now can I click, or do you want me to talk to her again? Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Yes, you and your dada.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. So you mean to tell me this is your natural hair color, girly? That's insane. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoning me again. And this time he stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko and Headmaster. Well, photo of Kyoko and Headmaster has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. The headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko. I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? So I'm gonna go back to that locker and see if this works on there. Headmaster's handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? For sure, girlie. A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. Okay. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you were only connected by blood and not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Alright. I'm heading back to that locker. Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me to find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, he was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step at Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the mail hall, and Makuro to the mix. Add Makuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Sorry, everybody. Even Makuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Apple Baby Supreme, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. Watch, it just turns out that not the headmaster, the mastermind is just in a wheelchair. So technically they didn't take a step in. They rolled in. There just has to be. Okay, I'm heading out to that locker. Because now I have hello Giraffe. Hello Joffrey. RIP Toys R Us, even though I think it still exists online. Okay, let's see if I can get in this locker now. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Let's see how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. Not your handbook, use the stupid emergency one. But okay, thank goodness. I thought he was just gonna walk away like an idiot. What about this emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Gosh darn it. Why would you not do that? We already went over this. I took out the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Yay! Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now, let's see what we've got inside. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. Well, you know what? Why can't I leave now, though? I was about to say, you know what? You tried, but why the heck would you not just open it already? Why would you say there was nothing in there? So irritating. This thing is practically empty. There is something in there, you little liar. There's one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. I'm such a little loser, you know. Gosh darn it, no wonder everyone walks all over me. Look at how I act. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. What? What is it? There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What? He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. He was planning to keep the ultimates here, but not like in a killing game, like to keep them here to keep them all like safe. But Kyoko knew about this. Apparently, like this is Is this Kyoko's journal? For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. That does sound like Kyoko. I can't imagine a worse father. Kyoko literally just said that. Are you kidding me right now? This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko! Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the person who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Why would you say this to yourself, by the way? And what does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks were spinning through my mind. Just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair? What? What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? There's a second despair. Locker pocketbook has been added to the truth bullet sections of your handbook. It's still only this pocketbook I can click on, and they won't let me exit, so it must be this. There's just one thing, some kind of pocket. Okay. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what is it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. Yeah, we said all of this before. And more than that, the last page of the pocketbook. That's the last page. I just don't understand it at all. Am I supposed to be clicking something or something? The pocketbook is the only thing I can click on right now, so I'll click on it again. You could just save this all in one fell swoop, by the way. There's so many lockers. Is there a third locker I can click on here? I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and looks like the locker opened up. Now let's see what we've got inside. What's inside of this one? I don't see anything that might be a clue. There's one on the far left over here. Anything in here? Nothing. Okay, there's one right here as well that's not damaged. Anything up in here? There's a bunch of stuff up in this one. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. A crystal ball. This entire locker is very hero coded. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. Tarot card? Wait a minute now. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a whole lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. I mean, Hero did fail 3 times. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of uneasiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro. What? There was no denying what I saw. The inside of the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. This is our Yasuhiro. The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had a chance. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook. If it turns out that everybody up in here except me is the group that's the ultimate despair, I don't even know how I would feel. Hiro went to school here, bro. Kyoko went to school here. She knew her dad. She lied to me. Hiro lied to me. Those two were the only 2 people I liked. Hiro, it's hard. He's really dumb. So like, there's not much there to like. But the times he wasn't saying dumb stuff, which was slim to none, he was likable. But I did like Kyoko, and those are the two people that have just blatantly lied to me. It could have been anyone else, and it would have been fine, but it wasn't, so. I cannot believe this, bro. But the more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? And if all of these guys went to Hope's Peak before and they're all just lying to me, that would make sense why pictures of them together, like only the pictures of them together in Hope's Peak without the windows like covered, that would explain why pictures of them are popping up around the school. And if it's them who are controlling this, it would make sense. Why? I forgot what I was saying mid-sentence, I'm not gonna lie, but whatever I was gonna say, it would make sense. I literally forgot what I was saying mid-sentence. That's insane. Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. A pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. Okay, let's leave this room. We gotta go to our next place, which is, we have to check our truth bullets, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's on the 4th floor, whatever it is, because I had to go to the 2nd floor of the dorms, and there are 2 things on the 4th floor and 1 thing on the 5th floor that I need to look at. All right, let's see. Well, that was action-packed. Wait, maybe I could teleport. Okay, let's see. 4th floor, go! Teleport successful, y'all. Only figured it out at the very end of the game. Okay, now let's check my truth bullets to see where we're going. Okay, places to check. We need to check the headmaster's room, and okay, so let's go do that. Is that the music room or the headmaster's? Okay, music. All right, where's the headmaster's room? Headmaster's room, chem lab. Okay, headmaster's room. Is that the, oh, that's the office. Okay, headmaster's room first. I never actually got to walk in here. Ooh, it's super nice. Oh, hey, Byakuya. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Nipple Baby Supreme. Okay, we'll talk to him last, as per usual. What's on the floor? There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Why is there even a monitor in here? Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto. What? Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? What?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Can I do what I need to do?
Come on.
Why is he so pressed to
Such
talk to me?
ignorance.
Dang, just needy. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Okay, I guess. What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. Class 78 student roster. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. I would have found it if you would have just let me look and didn't beg me to talk to you just so you could be the one to introduce it to me. Class number 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Makuro.
So in other words,
Apparently class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Makuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right. It also mentioned class number 78. That must be where Kyoko got the page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with
In
hers,
other words,
there can be no doubt Makuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy just like the rest of us. Makuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Yeah, I was distracting Monokuma for her while it was happening. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct, Makuro's file actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. Okay, what kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? Coming from someone who was begging me to talk to him and not ignore him. Insane. It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he is, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappears suddenly, and in the background an entity floats close but just out of reach. Oh, that's what she looked like. Rest in peace, girlie. Never got to meet you for real. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe her. She's one of my students after all, but if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now, but wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another bit of information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? Yes, a picture of a girl who perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about the girl is included in that file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Girlie, she needs to be checked into a facility. She was suffering mentally. It even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, that could mean. Wait, is he trying to say there's another chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business, so I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. By choice, you idiots. You nincompoop. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice for me to use, so I suggest you pay attention. What? Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her, huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. How can I click on the dresser of my own free will? Apparently that's us. It has profiles of me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro is apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the head and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? There's something behind you. Bookshelf really seems well made, and it's filmed with files and thick books. Okay, well I'm gonna head out apparently. Do you have anything different you want to say?
I don't have time to play with you.
I don't have time to waste on you right now. If you absolutely must talk, go do it as someone else. Gosh, she's so blunt. It just makes you feel hopeless. He wished he could make me feel hopeless. And I wish he would die. But neither of us are getting what we want, apparently. Okay, now I need to go to the data lab. Data lab! Lab with the data! Okay, let's see. Now if I could just find it. This is like a maze down here. Music? Okay, let me pull up the map. Okay, let's see. Where's the lab with the data? Chem lab. Am I tripping? Or is the data lab not on this floor? Okay. Oh, is data center, Monokuma door in the data center on the 4th floor. Oh, the data center, the Monokuma door in the data center on the 4th floor. So yeah, it says it's on this floor. So where is it? Is this it? Data lab. Okay, now I need to go to the Monokuma door. I remember this place. Oh, hey, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Makoto, are you looking around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it, because it might explode, right? That really sucks. So you open it. Really nice to hear about your care about my well-being, girly. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting brought up. Makoto, that's exactly what she's saying. And this isn't the first time they've used me as a bomb shield. It's far from the first time, actually. So I'm gonna need you to come to terms with the fact. Nobody likes me around here for real. It's sick. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. You are so insensitive, Hina. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. I hope there's a bomb planted underneath that desk in particular. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, this is where that scene took place. Like where Monokuma was talking to presumably Sakura, because Sakura was the mole, so maybe seems like it's where it took place. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, well, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Hina, why would you come with me? Just ticking me off. There's a latch under here. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. Well, stop being more concerned about it. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. This is her being helpful, by the way. This is her trying. Now what if every room in the school just blew up because she did that? Huh? Did you hear that? I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was the one button. I think it was that one. The button that says data center? Data center. I took a good look at the control panel and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. I hate you. Did a Monokuma pop out because she pressed that? Did I just hear what I think I heard? Hey, is that Monokuma? I've never seen Monokuma not be all up in my face before. Hello, Monokuma. Hey. Okay. Give me all your donuts. Why are you imitating Hina? Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Oh, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Hina, if you press that, I'm going in that room and I'm mollywopping you. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. So you mean to tell me while all this was happening, Monokuma was being controlled exactly in this room, right? Like right here in this room as we were talking to him when we were all right here. And the only person that was not here with us while we were talking to Monokuma right here in this room is Kyoko. Very interesting stuff. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. Monokuma? What? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words, maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, okay, he's just saying the same thing over again that we've heard 16 times now. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma's control room has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So like, you want to leave soon? There's lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Okay, I'll head out then. What the heck is this? I haven't gone to the 5th floor yet. As soon as I heard the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. What the heck? How did you get in there past us? Monokuma? Are there 2 control panels or something?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room?
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room. Correctamundo. But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in here and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Someone was in that latch that I was too lazy to check. I tried to check it first. And Makuro was just like, oh, no. There's buttons. There's buttons. I want to look at the buttons. No one listens to me around here. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay, well, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. See ya, Hina. Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can, too. That's the only way forward. Well, alright. Oh, wait. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going downstairs. So let's just teleport. That was an accident. Teleport to the 5th floor. Skill. Floor 5. Let's go. And what was it on floor 5 I was going for? Oh, wrong thing. Truth bullets, please. On the 5th floor, I was supposed to check the bio lab. And I have to check the dojo and the garden. Okay, bio lab. We're going to go to the bio lab first and then the dojo and the garden. Because the dojo and the garden are right across from each other. So it's fine. Okay, bio lab. Gotta find the bio lab. I do really like this floor. I like how it looks a lot. Classroom. Oh, here. It says raw on it. Let's get on in there. what it looked like. Ooh, this was not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting like cement. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. Everything's frozen. Feels like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Okay, what are these? It's just, there's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Even there's a camera and a monitor here. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. Okay, what are these like? They look like cold storage, you know? Like cold storage for bodies. That's what it looks like. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, okay, so do I click on it again? Okay, no, he just stops there. Okay, now the table. Ugh, it's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Why it's so cold? Oh, let me see. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. It is cold storage for bodies. You see, I know this because of horror movies, and I played Mortuary Assistant. If y'all haven't seen, I totally embalmed a body, and it did totally freak out on me, but I totally did it. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Okay, now can I click the table? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all of your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. The ones on the left. The right hand lights are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Biolab secret has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And about the lights by each slot, how many are lit up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lights are lit up. Okay, so if 9 lights are lit up, if the body is still in the garden, then that means these are the bodies of everyone who has died so far up in here. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. So which would mean each slot lit up in blue. Another one of the victim is, okay, biolab lights has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. But hear me out, like, there has to be another person, because think about it. Even if it was Kyoko controlling Monokuma while we were in the data center or whatever, everyone but the girl, Mukuro, everyone but Mukuro has been there for every trial, plus Monokuma. So how would she have pulled that off after Mukuro died, you know? And why would they try to kill Kyoko? Okay, I guess it's time to leave. It's getting cold again. We're gonna use the blanket from last video and the video before that. Okay, I'm a little warmer now. Let's go. Yes, I would like to leave the area. Okay, now is all that's left is to check the crime scene, I believe. It's like a maze up in here. Okay, let's check the dojo first. The Mojo Dojo Casa House. Oh, Toko's here. Hey. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were. You haven't switched in a while. Your allergies haven't been acting up.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? I mean, yes, but you've never given me the courtesy. No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. That's how I feel half the time while I'm here, not gonna lie. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. I've been calling you that the whole time. And it's never gotten you down. Nobody's gonna say that. I would. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. She's freaking out. So we're just gonna trust her word that there's no clues here? Just double checking, girly, don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna head out. Okay, now we're in the garden. Where's the body? It wasn't in cold storage. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Where the frick is it then? Was that a mannequin? Was the body a mannequin and she's not really dead? There are still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Okay, let me check. Did the flower eat it? The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? I don't think it's related to the case, so I better keep my distance. I guess it didn't. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. Nope, I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in there. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. This is the tarp from the biolab. It says biolab. Then this originally came from the biolab. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, back to the biolab, I guess. That's all I really needed to check here. Okay, heading out. Now, ding dong bing bong. What do you mean ding dong bing bong? I needed to go to the biolab.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
I would like to think so.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Really?
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Okay. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Hey, Hiro. Oh, hey, Hiro. Why are you scared? Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but Hiro can't lie to save his life. Oh my goodness. He's involved somehow. He cannot lie to save his life. Just like remember when he thought he killed Sakura? A disaster. I gotta go. Hiro, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him and ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? We'll deal with him later. It's cinematic, but it's only me this time. Hi.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? Thank you, I guess. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Oh my goodness. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It's everybody but me. Everybody but me. Even Mikuro is here. Are you kidding me right now? How come everyone had so much fun without me? That's no fair. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. The fact that Taka's arm is just completely covering Junko's face is kind of funny. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. What do you mean you don't remember anything like this? Am I in this picture? What do you mean we? Am I missing Makoto in here? Makoto is not in this picture, so what do you mean we? And why are you saying you don't remember? Yeah, he's not in this picture. I don't know why he's including himself in this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. Why would you say that and make me scan this picture like that? You see what I say? They just waste my time. This picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be? Everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way standing there, you know? So I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. He's tripping again. I guess that means he's done talking. Dang it. Group photo has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. I'm supposed to be heading to the biolab, right? How does this count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. But you expect me to go to the cafeteria? That's where everyone meets all the time. I'll stop by the cafeteria, but just know I need to go to the biolab before this investigation is brought to a close, you know? Let's go. Hina's here. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? She ran off? She ran away. And Hiro also ran away from me. Perfect. That's not suspicious at all. I'm just gonna go to the biolab. I don't care what these people got going on. I'm getting out of here. Is the biolab on the 4th floor? I think so. Or was it on the 5th floor? I think it was on the 5th floor actually. Okay, let's go to the biolab. I don't have time to be playing with them. Decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Toko, why are you passed out? See blood or something? Huh? Toko? Toko, what's wrong? Oh, she opened the cold storage. I guess bodies are out of the picture as well. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Oh my gosh. Jenny Jill is back. Oh, what? It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? I'm done with this conversation. No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like health. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But all I want to know is right now, is where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I think last time I saw him, he was in the headmaster's room. And y'all don't tend to move around much, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I'm sure Bianca is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it, I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all these things. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Kyoko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Jenny Jack, by the way. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Well, it's probably because of the body that's just open right now. You can see it right here. The fridge is open. I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
Oh, hey, Kyoko. She faints so easily. Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, about this room. Yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Jenny Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, but when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh yeah, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time. I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? I've already looked through the instruction manual. More importantly, you know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. It's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, let me click on the body. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. Get yourself together, Makoto. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about the hen or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us or cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right that the mastermind forged that picture as a trap to confuse us? Can you just ask her? Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. And that wouldn't explain why Hina and Hiro are running from me after the picture has been exposed. That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. So you're not gonna ask her about the picture. He's really not gonna ask this girl about the picture. I'm such a little loser.
Because...
I'm such a little loser. It's ridiculous. He's really not gonna ask her at all.
It would seem...
It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Makuro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights? Biolab lights has been updated to the truth bullet section of your notebook. One body is missing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, if she's not still in the garden, a body is missing. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Geez, that was fast. Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burn tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file says they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old, huh?
Because
All the Monokuma says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. Do you think she was dead for several days and then they just took her out and sat her there? So you think this body is one of the girls who died before and they just like set her there? You know? The only one who would have nails like that is Junko. And I think she did have really long nails. Like, I was looking at her nails, I was like, why does Junko have super long nails like this? Because you don't usually see, I don't usually see the nails like that in Asia and stuff. And yeah, maybe this body is one of the old bodies and it's not actually Maruko Ikusaba down there. And that would make the trial legitimate because it still would have been a student who killed her. Because it was a student, you know, that would be a loophole basically. I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they gave.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds make it sound like they've been there forever. Like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? And plus, Kyoko's dad said that Maruko, he said that it was weird that she had no wounds on her whatsoever, even though she had been a soldier with the Fenrir or whatever. And he thought that was really odd, so it meant she was really good at what she did. So why would she have old wounds anyway? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But what if Maruko herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can you? One of many?
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Okay. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Maruko's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that all right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then, and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo, there's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case, without a doubt, Makuro Ikusaba. Makuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think
So
so. Then it looks like there's no further business with Maruko's body. Let's get going, it's kind of chilly in here. Kodo, I would check behind her, but he's just a loser. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, your life is on the line and you can't even put that aside. You can't even check out the body for yourself in a time like this where you can't trust anyone. Nuts. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad. Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim. Have you ever heard of the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? Yeah, he is. It's really quite appalling. At least someone's saying it. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. For someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Okay. Gotta ask you something, Kyoko, if you actually even ask you. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms? I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. Well, I found yours and Hero's. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father. Huh?
if that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? The video? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture, although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can... That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Your DVD. I just been fiending to watch everybody's DVDs. And it says class number 78, urgent interviews. What?
So...
I found it in a hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I didn't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. If you think you'll realize exactly what it means, you'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us should have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, alright, but I was hoping it was gonna be her motive video.
Koda.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to ramble to me? For me to ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyuko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. It's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right. But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind a final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Okay, I've never tried to teleport while in a room before, but we're gonna try it. We need to go all the way to the first floor to the AV room. Nurse's office, main hall, AV room. Oh gosh, there's no freaking teleport allowed in right now. Oh, I can teleport into the hallways. Okay, my bad. You can't teleport directly into a room, but you can teleport into the hallway. Got it. Let's just head to the AV room. The closest I could get was teleporting to the gym, but that's pretty close, not gonna lie. The AV room is right here, so let's walk in. Movie time, movie night. Okay, let's click on the thing. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that I was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have been only a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't even seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
Okay. The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man. Late 30s.
If I record our conversation.
I'm sure she's fine with that. But late 30s is not middle-aged. Gosh darn it.
I'm a little slow, you know.
Well, at least someone's around here and is admitting it.
I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? You accept? What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this.
Okay.
Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
He knew she was gonna have to stay here forever? As if on cue, that's where the video cuts out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I were confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Oh my gosh! It's me! How is it me? Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. How come I'm not in the pictures having fun with everyone then? Bro. But the I in there and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point?
What?
Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Why would I accept that?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, you don't have much of a choice, do we?
What do I mean by that?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Okay. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Nepo Baby Supreme, Kyoko, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when she asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. So nobody remembers this then. Bro, just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. Well, what the heck just happened? Monokuma? Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my butt. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It just seems too convenient. A convenient outcome, something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or I don't even know how old I am. Interview DVD has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Ding dong bing bong.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
That is true.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn.
True.
Although that dawn is totally pitch black.
Okay.
There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Everyone gather
Goodness
once
gracious.
again at you know where.
Having a great time. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. And since I'm about to walk in, that is going to be the end of today's episode. And that means that next episode is going to be the finale, I'm pretty sure. So let's wrap it on up. Well guys, we have finished the penultimate episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We've learned a whole lot of stuff, and I don't even know if I know yet how to fully piece it all together. But we're going to have to figure it out because it's trial time. This has truly been a journey, but that journey is about to come to the close so soon. I cannot believe, I think the most shocking moment yet was seeing me on that video. I truly was not expecting to see me involved in any of the stuff from the past. I basically thought that it was a scheme that Todd set up and that Todd was all of the other students. That's what I thought. But I might be wrong, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. But like, comment, and subscribe. I still meant what I said, that I'm going to be highly disappointed if Byakuya lives through this. I still have hope that he might croak. That just needs to be said before I went. But thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, thank you guys for giving me a chance.